Hey guys, Griff here for PC Games and I've got your essential guide for World War Z. In this video I'm going to be talking things like a cool little reloading trick that cuts reload times in half, what I think is the most effective character build in the game, how to get XP quickly, and more. Hit that subscribe button if any of these tips help you, and let's take a look. We'll kick things off with a cheeky little World War Z tip, possibly the cheekiest of all, and I do love breaking the rules, and that is the reload cancel. The reload cancel lets you cut reload times in half. Basically, when you're reloading your gun, hit melee anytime after the halfway point, and you'll interrupt the reload while still having those extra bullets magically appear in your weapon. It's crazy this exploit wasn't fixed before release, but let's take advantage of it. If you melee before the halfway mark, it won't work, and you'll have to start the reload animation from scratch. But make a habit of meleeing halfway through reloads or later, and you'll really start mowing those zombies down. Also, that mid-reload melee will take out any zombies that make it through your wall of fire. Reload cancelling, as cheeky as it is incredibly deadly. Next up, we are talking melee. Now, melee is incredibly useful in World War Z for a number of reasons. For starters, it's the only weapon type that doesn't damage teammates. Firearms cause friendly fire, but you can swing away with a chainsaw or machete without fear of accidentally swiping your squad. This makes it a great weapon type to rely on when you're getting rushed. Added to that, it's a one-hit kill for basically all enemies. You can even one-hit kill the special zombie types like the bull, provided you hit it in the right spot. More on how to do that later. If you want to build your class around melee, use the slasher class. The slasher class gives you 2 extra swings without getting tired. The perks I suggest getting as soon as you can are All Elbows, which reduces movement penalty by 100%, Bullet Dodger, which takes off 90% damage from friendly fire, and Slice and Dice, which gives teammates 2 extra hits without getting tired. So I definitely recommend developing your melee class and seeing if you, hit it off.
Whack job.
World War Z might look all action-packed in the trailers, but you can also play it stealthily. This is optional, but it starts to get pretty necessary on higher difficulties. To play stealthily, you should be crouch running to make less noise, using your silenced weapons, and focusing on melee. Not only will this make taking out zombies easier since they don't know you're coming, but the less noise you make, the fewer zombies spawn into the level. By playing stealthily, you're actually reducing the overall zombie counts. You can't play entire levels in stealth, but it's just helpful to do as much of the level as you can with as few zombie horde attacks as possible. When the action inevitably goes loud, which it will, you'll also have more ammo on hand since you've been preserving it by using your silenced and melee weapons. We're talking team play now, and working together is central to World War Z. Classes are designed to complement each other, like the slasher class we talked about in the beginning buffing everyone else's melee, and there are zombies that pin you down and require other teammates shooting them off. But if you don't want to play with other people, or you just don't fancy using your mic, which is fine, sometimes you don't want to talk, then you can always just use the ping system. It's incredibly easy to overlook the ping system in this game, but by pressing T on the keyboard or using the D-pad if you're on a controller, you can highlight things in the world for everyone else to see, be it a weapon, or a medkit, or a waypoint. The ping system won't prevent other people ruining your stealthy plan and alerting the horde though, you'll need to use good old-fashioned swears for that.
Here.
Zombies are pretty bad on their own, but there are a few more powerful zombie types roaming World War Z, and they present a different type of challenge, so here's how to combat them. Your highest priority are the screamers, because screamers let out an ear-splitting cry that calls more zombies to you. If you don't silence them, they'll continue calling for more and more enemies until you're overwhelmed and drowning in a sea of gross undead people. So, when you see a screamer, combine all your firepower to shooting them and make sure its big mouth stays shut. For the hazmat-suited gas bags, you need to headshot them. Shoot them elsewhere and you'll rupture their toxic innards, which spits poisonous clouds everywhere. And for the heavily armoured bulls, you have to flank behind them to shoot their weaker backsides. There is a tactic for every zombie in World War Z. Environments contain features you can trigger to put the hurt on hostiles. Take these lighting fixtures in the New York Mall, shoot them and they'll come crashing down, crushing tens of zombies below. And there are similar environmental hazards in other levels. Elsewhere in New York, there are puddles of oil you can shoot to set alight and deal damage to zombies when they touch it. And always be on the lookout for breaching charges, because you can use these to blow open secret doors and get the goodies inside. In this case, it's a bit of equipment that electrifies the floor to stop zombies passing, but you might also get a mortar or something equally valuable. It's always worth keeping your eye out in levels for breaching charges and for interactive points. XP is central to World War Z. It lets you upgrade weapons into more powerful versions, and also lets you upgrade classes and get perks. Now, every time you play World War Z, you're earning XP, but there are a few ways to speed this process up to earn you more XP quicker. Number 1 is to pay attention to what weapon you're using. XP is tied to each gun, so if you use an SMG, you're getting XP for the SMG only. You want to pay attention to what gun you're using and only use the gun you actually want to improve. No point wasting those XP points on a weapon you don't really like. And going on from this, I tend to stay away from using turrets and other fixed gun emplacements. You get a lot of kills from them, sure, but you also won't get any weapon XP from them, since the turret is the one doing all the kills. Instead, use hordes as a chance to farm weapon XP by firing into the crowd. Oh, and a little crowd tip, fire at the base of the crowd to send them all toppling. Staying alive is the best way to get XP. You can't level up when you're dead. So those were our World War Z tips. Let me know in the comments if any of those helped you at all, and remember to subscribe to PC Games N if we managed to save you from turning undead. Thanks for watching.